Okay. So here's to trying again. And my roommates and I were actually talking today how we officially have the worst internet, and that the next place that we're going to live is going to have much better internet, that we're not going to just let this keep happening. So, lo siento, mi amigos, para mi crappy internet. Por mi crappy internet. So, we're going to try this one more time. And yeah, so if it hey Samantha, I don't even want to talk about it. This internet is no good. So thanks for joining. Thanks for joining me. So on my poll today, on my story, we wanted to do either back relief or like a Zen, just nighttime yoga, or leg relief. So up to you, girlfriend, what we do. Not feeling like super long tonight, but definitely Zen nonetheless, no matter what we do. So let me know what you want to do, because we can do. My back has been hurting because I did arms yesterday. My arms are really sore. But oh, even hugging myself hurts. Like it's like this. So let me know, what are you in the mood to do? I'm in the mood to do whatever. So whatever's good. I a few weeks ago I was doing like, oh, we're doing back tonight, or we're doing this tonight. But then a lot of people were like, I was feeling something really calm, slow movements. I can do it. A lot of people were requesting a lot of different things. So it was like, I should just take a poll every week and then decide once we see who comes into class and joins it. So easy peasy. Something really calm, slow movements. I gotcha. Okay. Well, no problem. Sleepy yoga. Let's do it. Yeah, I don't know if you heard the beginning part. My internet is the worst. It's just the worst. It is. My roommates and I were complaining about it earlier. It's just not great. So, you know what I really liked was last week starting with some breath work. That was good. So I think it would be a good idea to start with some breath work, some box breath work. I left my friends at like 5:30, so I definitely need some time to like zen out. I was over at my friend's house, and I was like, "Hey, I gotta go teach yoga." So it's pretty cool. It was like a moment for me where I was like, "Well, I could stay here and hang out, but also like I have things to do." So, plus it'd be good. Anytime I hang out with my friends, most of the time it's like a long night, and I really shouldn't be doing that. So, all right, all right. It also smells like rain. I kind of want to open up the window, but it'll be loud. But it's been raining here all day. The rain is headed your way. So let's get started with some nice grounding. I think I'd like to do some box breath work. How do you feel about that? I feel it's what my body needs. It's just one day we'll do some Wim Hof. Yes, sounds good, Samantha. All right. So get in a nice comfy position, grounded on the floor. And you know how to do this, so I'll just start off with the first one, and then we can continue on and do maybe 4 or 5 rounds of the box breath work, maybe even more if we're feeling that, but for sure, refocus on me. Okay. All right. So whenever you're ready, we can begin. On an inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to join you. So, And finish out your last round. Whenever you are ready, return back here. Take a moment after this breath work to connect to our bodies, ground in. Release anything that doesn't serve you. Release things that you cannot change, you cannot control. And gently blink your eyes back open. Meet me in here as nice, quick little grounding. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So, for nice, relaxing Zen, I think it's always safe to do a nice full body. So why don't we start sitting in staff pose. Nice, easy pose. If you need some support here, you can place your hands behind you to help keep your lower back nice and straight. We're going to start windshield wiping your ankles, your feet left to right. If it feels comfortable for you, go ahead and place your shins, hands on your shins. Elongate your breath here. It's a little different. I know I normally start neck down. We're going to try something out here. We store a lot in our hips. So what I would love to do is start opening up our hips nice and gentle, okay? So place your left foot on the opposite side of your right knee. Take that left hand, place it behind us. Normally we'll do a little mini twist before this, but I want to try it this way. All right, elbow to your knee, and then we start gently, gently, gently twisting to open up our hips, open up our spines, and again, gentle since we have, it's our first pose here. Look over your left shoulder. If that feels comfortable for you. Right, on an exhale, go ahead and sit forward once more. Uncross your feet, straighten your legs back out. The beautiful thing about this is that you can start to integrate these moves into your every night practice. I love it. Take your right foot, place it on the outside of your left knee. Right hand behind you. Left elbow to your right knee. Sit up and twist. Look over your right shoulder. you keep twisting. Sit here breathing through your twist. I'm going to go live on my Instagram too because I forgot to do that. Somebody said to do that last time. And I said, that's a really good idea. So you keep twisting, keep breathing gently. Okay. On your next exhale, Samantha, go ahead and release your arms, face back forward. I'm going to stick this. Bam! So now I'm live on my Instagram and I'm live on YouTube. That's amazing. Love it, love it, love it. So we're going to continue on with where we were. So Samantha, you're sitting here nice and comfy in staff pose. Thanks, Cor. You're always so supportive. So we're here in staff pose. How are you feeling already? Hope that you're getting your back and your hips twisted open. So this is great for you to start a nice nighttime routine. So on this routine so far, we've just done our staff pose and done a gentle twist. And that's going to start opening up your hips, which open or release a lot of tension that we hold. And that will help you get a great night's rest. So another place that you might not think about is while you're sleeping, you crunch your legs up. So we're going to really work on opening up our legs here, okay? So from here, let's start pointing and flexing our ankles, pumping them one at a time. Get the tops of your ankles nice and opened up here. And it's okay if your hips kind of rotate along with it. Don't worry about that. Rotate, rotate. And go ahead, bring your soles of your feet together. Come into butterfly. And the soles of our feet up and together. And then sit up here nice and tall. Keep our lower back nice and straight. You need to find movement here. Feel free to flap the butterfly wings. But again, remember, it's more important to be nice and tall and have your feet further away from you than it is to be crouched over getting it. So open up these. And it's okay if your knees are up. You know, flow with yourself. Meet yourself where you are. I've been doing yoga for 6 years. So it's I'm probably going to be more flexible than you might be. And that's okay. You're probably a lot better at me than whatever it is you've been doing for 6 years. So, all right, opening up the hips. Bring those knees back up to the ceiling, right? Take your right foot and bring it about 2 feet apart from your other leg, okay? Place those hands behind you for some support and drop your knees down to the left. You should be seeing both your legs out in front of you in an L shape, almost 90 degrees. Sitting back, you're going to feel it in the tops of your hips and in the inner thighs. Leaning back helps it be less intense if you'd like to. If you sit forward, feel it in a different way. I call it an adjustment period. Whenever you get into a new pose, you have to sit and allow the body to go, oh, we're here now. And then it can release the tension that it has from moving. You understand? So we're going to flow through this. So I'd like you to sit back, bring your knees up to the ceiling once more, and drop them to the right. So now we're sitting facing the opposite direction. If you want to lean back to release some tension, you can. If you want to sit up stretch yourself a little differently. Give yourself that grace period. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for joining me here tonight. Doing some high yoga. Optionally high. All right, knees up to the ceiling. We're going to flow through this just like this, up and over. Really start to create movement and open up these hips. Should feel nice and fluid. This also helps open up your back because you're moving and twisting in different ways. Love this one. All right, from here we're going to transition into child's pose. So go ahead and make your way to your hands and knees. Well, before we start child's pose, let's do some nice cat-cows. So place your knees underneath your hips directly, your hands underneath your shoulders directly. Keep your spine nice and neutral. And with your breath, we're going to begin rolling our spines. So inhale, dip your belly down. And through the inhale, look up. And as you exhale, round your spine, push through your shoulders, and look at your belly button. You should feel like you're squeezing all the air out. And inhale, round your spine, down, dip the belly, relax the shoulders, and look up. And exhale, round the spine, push through the shoulders, and look at your belly button. Flow through this at your own pace with your own breath. Start warming up your spine, helping release the tension. This is great to do before bed. I feel like if you don't stretch before you go to bed, you just take all that tension with you. This is great to just open up all the way from your hamstrings, hips, stomach, lower back, chest, shoulders, neck. And what a delightful pose. Nice flow through the cat-cow. Do one more for me. On your next exhale, return to a neutral spine. Now we're going to tap our toes behind us. If you'd like to, you can put your knees on the outside of the mat. And go ahead and sit back on your feet. Thanks for watching on Instagram, joining me in. All right, now walk your hands gently forward. And this is a great place if you need a block, you need some extra support, that you're really tight in your hips. You can put a block right here or a pillow underneath you. But for those of us who want to continue on in this pose, keep walking your hands out in front of you and place your forehead directly on the mat. This can be a challenging pose, so remember to breathe nice and slow through this pose. You'll feel it in your shoulders, in your spine, in your hips. And this is, if you only do one yoga pose, this would be the pose to do before bed. It helps relieve so much stress. This is Yin Yoga, so we hold these poses for a nice long time to really allow our body to melt into the floor. From this position, if you'd like to stretch out your triceps, go ahead and put the palms of your hands facing one another and bring them to touch your shoulder blades up and behind your head. Give me a couple more breaths here in this pose. Yes, Natty, personal favorite pose. Oh, hello. Oh, so perfect. So we're in child's pose. Go ahead and start walking your hands gently back up until you're sitting fully up. Nice clearing breath. I hope that felt great. Great for you. Oh, perfect. I really feel like we should move into our neck. So go ahead and sit down, crisscross. That was such a beautiful hip opener. And normally I start with the necks, but today I said we're going free for all. So go ahead, right ear to right shoulder. Go ahead and drop your neck, head to the side. Find movement. And on your next exhale, straighten up your head. Inhale, drop left ear to left shoulder. Find movement. You're just gliding your neck forward and backwards, really opening up that side. On your next exhale, go ahead and roll your head forward. You can look down at the floor in front of you. On an inhale, roll your neck and head to the right. And let's do some semicircle rolls with your breath. Inhale to the side. Exhale to center. If you find any spots in between, go ahead and sit there. Let your neck stretch. I am very much one who holds her stress in her shoulders. So opening up, this feels so nice. All right, on an exhale, bring your head back to center. Sorry, my body said crack your back right now. So let's move into opening up our shoulders more. Again, stress and tension can affect your sleep. So what I'd like you to do is, we've done this before, y'all have seen it. Go ahead, left hand behind us, over to the right side. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and keep it nice and pulled over. Start opening up this shoulder and trap area by leaning your head over to the right side. Find movement here by doing a little bit of the semicircles we were just doing. You can also look down towards the floor more. I wouldn't recommend looking all the way up to the ceiling, but just looking down and back in front of you. It's also really, really nice to open up. On an exhale, release that left hand back down. I'm going to go to the other side now. Right hand, go ahead and reach across to your left side. Grab that right wrist with your left hand. Hi, Shak. Welcome to yoga. And tilt your head to the left. Start opening up that right trap and shoulder area. Remember to breathe through any discomfort you may be feeling. On your next exhale, go ahead and drop that hand down. And let's make our way to standing. One of my favorite things to do if I only have time for just a few yoga poses is going to be this. It's the inversion hang right after this. So one thing, if you only have a few minutes for yoga or you're really super tired, start doing hip circles. This is going to start loosening up your hips and keep getting them nice and warm. Oh, can y'all see Shock? She's being so cute. Switch directions. So cute. So again, if you only have a few minutes to do yoga, you're really tired before bed, an inversion hang, child's pose, and some more towards the end will be great. All right. So we're going to bend at the hips, hinge at the hips, bend your knees slightly, and drop down as close as you can, your stomach to your thighs. And really allow your whole back to just hang from your hips. Okay. You need to support yourself with the floor. Feel free to do so. If you need more of a challenge, grab your elbows. But you really want to focus on elongating your spine with every exhale, releasing just a little bit more. Really pushing air into your back. If you like to open up your neck a little more, you can shake your head. Yes and no. If the bent knees are hurting you, feel free to straighten them out a little bit. You can even find movement, straightening and bending your knees. Go ahead and slide your hands up your shins. Straighten out those legs. Point the crown of your head towards the wall in front of you. Hey, Shock. Psst, stop it. She's like playing with my stuff right here. Really focus on elongating your crown of your head out nice and straight. On your next exhale, bend those knees, drop down like you're going to do a squat. Arms up by your side and push through. It's a nice stand up. You want to do that so you can protect your spine as you stand, okay? You might need a minute whenever you stand back up, but feel in your body right now how different your spine is, your shoulders are, your back is from whenever you first started this, as you're standing here. Wow, this is immediate relief. Maybe not full relief, but immediate helpful relief for how your spine feels. So let's make our way back down. We're going to go into a down dog. This isn't something I normally do, but I feel like I know who's in here right now, and we can do this together, right? So bend your legs and place your hands down on the ground in front of you. And walk out your paws a little bit, okay? Walk them back legs out. And so be supporting yourself through your whole palms, right? Put your fingers down into the ground. Your palms, your shoulders feel good and strong. You're pushing through. If you need to bend your knees, feel free to do so. But opening up the backs of our legs. Breathing through this. All right, go ahead and come forward, drop those knees down. We can sit here just a minute. I'm sorry, Samantha, I forgot you asked for nice, slow, and relaxing, so down dogs are not always that. All right, let's make our way to laying down. Go. Laying flat on your back. Take a moment here. Let yourself sink into the ground. Let yourself catch up on your breath. You've been doing so good. So much work already. On your next exhale, bring your left foot and ankle across your right thigh. We're doing a nice deep pigeon pose. If you need to right here to help open up, you can push on your left thigh to help open up that hip space. If you like to find movement, sway your knees left to right. Bring your left hand through the gap between your legs. Your right hand meets your other hand on the back of your thighs so they can clasp together. We'll go ahead and gently move through this pigeon pose. If you'd like a more intense stretch, start gently pulling your hands and elbows in, bringing that leg in, and you can also adjust your hands to the outside of your shin. But make sure your shoulders aren't up off the ground, that you can feel nice and flat and supported as you're pulling your knee towards you. If you need to rock a little bit to help open up, feel free. But the most important thing is to breathe. The purpose of Yin Yoga is to allow the body to open up in a pose which takes time. So that's why we hold the pose for so long, because it really allows the deepest fascia of your body to open up. In the last few breaths of this pose, if you'd like to straighten out your right leg, pull it in towards you. Get a deep calf and hamstring stretch along this hip stretch. Sometimes if it hurts, it's good. My calves hurt. On your next exhale, drop that right foot back to the ground and uncross your legs. You need to shimmy your knees a little bit, sway them left to right. Feel free to do so. Since we just opened up that leg nice and wide, bring that left knee back up to you and straighten out the right leg. Feel a nice gentle opening in the right hip flexors, front of your right hip. Alternate pointing your right foot, feeling how different that may feel, what that stretches and brings open. You may also find movement going left to right in this pose, opening up the left hip even more, opening up the right hip flexor. Exhale, drop that left foot back to the ground. Bring the sole of your right foot back up. And we're going to cross over our right ankle and foot over our left thigh. If you'd like to start gently opening up the right hip, you can push open gently with your right hand on the inner thigh. Shock is very interested. What I'm doing on Instagram, you can't see, but my cat is like right up there staring at me. Can I help you? She said, don't put me on blast like that. Okay, right hand through the center of our legs. Left hand, go ahead, bring your knees to the chest. You can put it on the back, clasp your hands on the back of your thigh or on the tops of your shins, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And you might notice that you have more tension or stress in one hip versus the other. Keep breathing through. Remember to keep your shoulders nice and grounded. If you'd like to move deeper, feel free to bring your knees closer in. The last few breaths again. If you want to straighten out that left leg, feel free to do so. The thing that I love about yoga, hi Zuko, is that you can really... My YouTube fam just saw them fight. Okay, cool. My cats. The thing I love about yoga is it's personalized. You can do it however you want to do it. I know there's a traditional way, but you gotta move with your body. You gotta do what feels good. On your next exhale, drop that foot back down to the ground and uncross your feet. Go ahead and sit here and find some movement. Ooh. Feel it. I feel it. We're going to be repeating our knee to chest, right knee to our chest, and straighten out that left leg all the way. Ooh. Feel it in that front hip flexor. Again, you can move your knee out right to left. If you cross your knee over your center meridian, you can feel it in your glutes and in your hips. If you bring your knee out to the outside, you can stretch out that front hip flexor even more. Go ahead and drop that foot back down. We've been doing a lot of front hip flexor openers, so I'd like to roll over to our tummies and sit up on our elbows. Make sure your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. And a trick I have to help keep your lower back protected while we're in this position is point your toes up off the ground, right? So we're flexing our feet so that they're up off the ground. Where do you feel that flexing? Your glutes, your lower back, okay? Drop your feet, but keep that stuff flexed because your lower back is very sensitive. So as we're trying to open up our front here, we got to protect our back. So breathe into your stomach here. And imagine there's a string on your sternum pulling your heart forward between your shoulder blades. So if you need to rotate your shoulder blades back a little, feel free. But sit here and allow your chest and your stomach to open up nice and gently. Again, protecting our lower backs here. If you'd like to, you may go deeper in this stretch, or feel free to stay here. If you'd like to go deeper, you can place your hands where your elbows were and push up slightly into cobra. Again, really protecting your low back here. This takes some arm strength. But again, don't feel like you have to do this. Exhale all the way down, everybody, all the way down. Face, forehead to the floor. Guys, this is relaxing yoga. Go away. Cats are trying to fight. Go ahead and let your body relax here. Let your shoulders roll open and take a few deep breaths. Let all your muscles melt into the floor here. Okay. Your next exhale, go ahead and roll on over. Getting ready to be almost done with our nice nighttime routine. And I'm going to show y'all one of my favorites to really help open up my hips and help me sleep great, right? So go ahead and start by bringing your knees to your chest and your feet, the soles of your feet to the ceiling, okay? This is called Happy Baby. Well, as I get into it, it's called Happy Baby. Go ahead and reach for those feet and grab on the outside. And if you can only reach your toes or your ankles, that's great too. But the goal is our feet. And you're basically just going to be bringing your shoulders down to the floor and bringing your knees as close as you can to the floor while still being comfortable. You need to rock back and forth, side to side. Feel free. That's why they call it happy baby, because you look like a giant baby. If you like to straighten out your one leg at a time, feel free to do so. But again, only if you feel comfortable. Play around with your body. Do what feels good for you. Don't feel bad if you're not as flexible. Don't compare. You're doing something great for your body, and that's all that matters. Like I said at the beginning of the class, I've been doing this for 6 years, so I might be a little bit more flexible than you, and that's okay, because you're probably better at me than something else too. All right, gently release those feet back down to the ground. Nice and slow. Oh my goodness. That feels so nice. So I feel like we've gotten nice and deep. We're going to go one more deep stretch and then Savasana to finish us out, okay? So from here, place your arms out to a T, palms up. Lift your hips up in about 3 inches to the left. Drop them back down. Slide those toes together. And gently tip over your knees to the right. And go ahead and look over your left shoulder. Oh my goodness. Deep, long breaths here. If you can, pull your shoulder down towards the ground just a little bit more. A few more breaths. On your next exhale, roll that right knee back up, followed by, the left and the right, I'm so sorry. Bring your hips back up into center. Go ahead and give yourself a nice little hug. Knees to chest, chin to chest. Roll side to side. Give yourself a nice back massage. Oh, good. And release. We're going to do the same thing, go the other way. Again, arms out to your side to a T. Hips up and to the right, about 3 inches. Toes together. Drop your knees to the left. Nice and slow. Look over your shoulder to the right. If you can, try to drop your right shoulder towards the floor. A few more breaths. When Your next exhale, right knee to the ceiling, followed by the left. Bring your hips up into center. Give yourself one nice long hug. And relax those legs down and out as we prepare for Shavasana. Sticking our legs out, rolling the shoulders back, making sure we're nice and comfortable. Palms up, receive some universal energy. Close your eyes and give an audible sigh. Maybe one more if you're feeling it. As you lay here, do a body scan. Release your jaw. Melt your shoulders and back into the support of the ground. Release your knees and hips open to the side. Release any and all tension. Thank yourself for showing up for yourself tonight. As you breathe, let all those movements that you just did integrate into your system. Allow your body to feel relaxed. For your next exhale, bring your awareness back to the space. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes to gently wake up your body. Moving your arms and your legs. And I invite you to take one last long stretch. Arms above your head. Point your toes. Give a little squeal. Go ahead and bring one of your feet up and push yourself over. Slowly making your way to seated. Pushing with your arms. And meeting me back here. Oh my goodness. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? I needed this so much. I see that every single time that I finish yoga. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you, Natalie. Thanks for joining in. I did it last minute on my Instagram. I was doing out my yoga YouTube and I was like, oh, I could just go live on Instagram too. So, oof. Oh my goodness. Perfect way to end the night. Happy baby. Yeah, 11 out of 10. You're welcome, Nat. Thank you for joining. We ended here, my time, 7:22, and that's my birthday, 7:22. That's my favorite, and it was at 55 minutes. So I love that. Love my little synchronicities and angel numbers. So Samantha, I hope you had a wonderful time. Instagram, hope you had a wonderful time. Thank you all. Next week, I don't think I have a date yet, but next week, be looking out. I think it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, one of those days. You're so welcome for making this happen, Samantha. Y'all are awesome, wonderful. So have a wonderful night 9 there. Oh, perfect. Okay, 9:23. Perfect. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evenings. Thank you for joining me. Sending you so much love, ladies. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye.